the chaos dynasty in the community. Pardon me, I'm having a cold one right now. But today we're gonna have myself and Coach Cole on the talk and recap week 0. We're gonna have special guest Coach Nell of LSU in with us today, talking about what he saw week 0 and what he's expecting in his matchups and maybe even his conference. And we're also going to bring back Coach Phantom of Nebraska, recap his game against a tough Miami loss, and go from there. So let's go back over week 0. Let's start over in the ACC. We got a couple of games. We got a tough loss for Ole Miss at home, 38-31. We got a close loss again here in Louisville. Tennessee lost 42-34 on the road. Iowa at Virginia Tech. Was talking to Coach Cole during this game. Just couldn't get nothing going with the offense. Like, it's kind of one of those things where you don't have a quarterback. We talked about you don't have a quarterback. It's not going to go well. Tough one for Iowa there. Oklahoma State at Florida State. We had a Florida State beatdown down in the South. We got a close one, like I mentioned, Miami in Nebraska. Phantom, are you in the chat right now? You want to walk through that with us? Tell us your feelings on it, what happened. Go through that with us.
Yeah, most definitely, man. For starters, the defense looked fine. It really did. The only problems that we cannot accomplish is the fact that, like, we're not paying attention to any checkdown splats or any of the RPOs that we need to work on. Offensively, we just need to be a little bit more explosive instead of just shooting down the runs. And just really paying attention to what plays we're really trying to do in order to really get the offense going. Because, like I said again, like the Miami defense, I would say it's pretty good. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it.
Yeah.
But I guess offensively,
No, you're good. I'm just looking at the box score here, and the score shows a lot close, but when you look at the actual comparisons of total offense and first downs, holy when you look at the box score, you don't think it's 26-21. So keeping it close like that, that's very impressive. I mean, you got the total offense difference. You got 426 total offense for Miami, and you had 115. So, and I was watching bits and pieces of the game. We had a couple picks, a pick six. Like, your defense really stepped up. So, when I see this, I see a strong defensive team. It's just the offense may have sputtered a little bit.
So offensively, we just need to, get a couple work on things, and hopefully for the official season, we'll see some improvements.
Agreed. I mean, damn. Miami was playing pretty good. I mean, you're 1 for 7 on third down conversions. It looks like it was a tough day for the offense, honestly. I mean, you forced 2 turnovers. You got 2 interceptions on them. I mean, your defense played what they could do, but that time possession killed too. I mean, he almost doubled your time possession. That's tough. I mean, let me look a couple players for you. I mean, first let's talk Mensa. I mean, threw for 203 yards, no passing touchdowns, and 2 interceptions thrown. So I mean, that's kind of tough to be Miami and you're doing that, because when you get to those bigger games, I feel like that might cost you. You know what I'm saying? But it was still a close game, so credit for Miami winning that game still. Then we go over to Nebraska. Your quarterback, 73 passing yards, but 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So it's kind of like, but he got sacked 3 times, which those close games, 3 sacks adds up pretty quick. But
the quarterback doesn't realize there's a blitz coming, and next thing you know, that's gonna be a rough play for the rest of the game.
100%. I'm gonna see what the receiving is for Miami here real quick. It was pretty balanced. Vaughn had 66. Lofton had 58. Tony only had 42 receiving yards. Interesting. and then Wingo had 25. Okay, well that's not crazy, but definitely helps out in the fact. But that's tough. Yeah, we'll come back to that, Nebraska. I appreciate you talking with Coach Phantom. You'll still be here for the pick'ems, of course, when we go to week 1. We were gonna do that last week, but we didn't really get to do that much as we did. We are going to this week. But Penn State beat Florida pretty good, 35-10. Big 12 action. We had BYU made the Colorado user quit. This Michigan-Texas game still is giving me a heart attack. Oklahoma-Auburn. Auburn's great guy. I don't know exactly what happened during this game, but it looks a lot closer. But total offense, it was pretty balanced. It just looks like Auburn got shut out in the fourth quarter to lose. He was up. It looks like, let's see, 19-14 in the fourth quarter, just fell apart. It's a tough loss there for Auburn. In Auburn, I believe, too. In Auburn, yep. Ohio State, I was watching that game. That was just a certified beatdown. I just want to let's just go on a limb because that's going to be a really good game when we talk about Michigan Ohio State in the game. Saying 225 passing yards, 3 touchdowns on only 6 completions. Whoa. Okay. So it sounds like a lot of deep bombs to Jeremiah Smith, if I had to assume for receiving. Yep, 3 receptions for 182 yards. Fair enough. Rushing yards. Bo Jackson, 212 on. Wow. So it must have been very little defense in that retrospect, but got some ideas about that. So let's go look at the rest of the Big 12. USC won a close one against Mizzou, which, Coach Nell, were you watching that game at all or no? Coach Nell?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty.
I was talking with my mic off. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Did you happen to see the USC Missouri game at all? How that panned out?
Yeah, I did. USC had a lot of drop football, but he stayed in it. He stayed committed to winning the game, and that's what he did. Missouri kept fighting. They had a dominant, a good run game.
Well, I see it's an OT game too. I did not realize it was an OT game.
Yep. It went into OT.
Holy shit.
Yep,
okay.
It went into OT. Mizzou was able to run the ball. He had over 15 yards. 15 yards a pass.
Jesus.
That's pretty good against a dominant USC D.
It is really good. Shit. Well, it's good to see that we have some comp here. Let's go to we already talked Big Ten. Let's go down to the SEC. It was a rough week for the SEC in week 0. You got the Ole Miss loss, Colorado quit, Tennessee lost on the road, and Auburn lost. Coach Nell, you're in the SEC. How do you feel about your SEC opponents right now?
It's looking like a lot of competition, a lot of close games. There's a lot of close games. Now that I'm looking at it, a lot of them within, a score or two, scoring an extra point. So, besides Colorado, I look like it's a competitive SEC conference. I'm excited to get my first game in and continue to, chase the throne on top of the SEC. And hopefully I can get it done. One game at a time. I got tough Clemson coming this week. One game at a time. I'm ready.
Well, I take that back. BYU's actually in the SEC, not Colorado. So you actually guys did get a win in week 0 with BYU. So we'll see how that goes. SEC play. Let's go to week 1. Let's talk about some of the games across the land right here. So ACC. We'll start with them. We got Oklahoma, Virginia Tech, Florida, Nebraska, USC, South Carolina, Ohio State, Louisville, Florida State, BYU. You got Clemson, Oregon, Notre Dame, and we got Miami, Alabama. Out of these games right here, what's your most liked game beside yourself here?
Um, I think I like the Oregon Notre Dame game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the number two at number three.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great matchup. Two top five teams. Upset could happen.
Well, we got a new user as Oregon too, because our previous Oregon user went MIA on us. So Oregon's come off an 0-1 loss to A&M. So we'll see if this Oregon user can bounce back and get the win in Notre Dame. So that'd be kind of fun to watch. We just watched Miami play Nebraska. He gets to go down to Tuscaloosa. Actually, take that back. He gets to go to Orlando, Florida. I don't know why it says Orlando, Florida. It should be Tuscaloosa to play Bama.
That should be a good game, man. Miami pulled out a good one in Nebraska. Now he got to go to Orlando, Florida for
Mm-hmm.
neutral
No,
site game against.
Miami is hosting. That is my fault. It should be a Miami hosting. And
Got you.
or no, it is a neutral site game. That is weird. I'm so confused by this because it just says versus. Maybe it is a neutral site game, but I'm kind of curious. This will be Coach Tonka's first game of the season. Miami's got one under his belt. Let's just go through this. We'll go back to the ACC top here. Who you taking between Oklahoma, Virginia Tech?
Oklahoma versus Virginia Tech. I
No,
have Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I'm gonna write these down quick. Phantom, you can join in on this too. Who you thinking? Oklahoma, Virginia Tech.
I mean, that's a tough game to be honest with you. I think I have Virginia Tech, to be honest.
Virginia Tech. Okay. Coach Cole, are you in the chat with us?
Yep.
Who are you taking?
Um, I mean, I played Virginia Tech. I haven't seen Oklahoma play.
It's, it,
Um, I'll
it'll
say
be it'll be good.
Oklahoma if he can get a stop. That was my issue.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me watching both Oklahoma play Auburn and VT play U. Um, see, so I got Phantom Virginia Tech, Coach
Virginia
Cole.
Tech, is he good? I know he beat you, but
Yeah, I just made some mistakes too. He runs a lot of RPO, and
I think after watching,
he adjusted really well though, because when I played him the RPO, he deep bombed me. Like,
I think with what we got here, it's going to be tough for me to decide. But I think I'm going to side with OU on this. I want to see Virginia Tech maybe a little bit more and see what we can get from that. Kind of, I just feel like OU just proved a little bit more to me. You know, OU's got a very versatile offense and defense. So then, with that being said, we've got Florida versus Nebraska. This will be a non-pick for Phantom since he's playing. Now, Coach, who we taking? Florida, Nebraska.
let's go
Both 0-1 teams, so this will be someone's first win.
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
who's Nebraska playing?
He's playing Florida.
Oof.
I think I'm gonna go Nebraska as well. I feel like Nebraska's gonna bounce back and get a win in Lincoln this time against Florida. I
He
think.
had a tough matchup versus Miami at home, man. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to come out and redeem him
I know.
versus
I think.
Florida. I don't think he's going to let two Florida teams come in his
Mm-hmm.
house and beat him.
I think Coach Phantom's gonna come out here and beat the piss out of Florida. Who are you going with here, Jake?
Yeah, I'll go with Nebraska. I mean, he just competed with Miami pretty damn well. So.
Nebraska Queen Sleep. Coach Phantom, how is your response to that since you're in here?
My response, man. It's all right. I just, like I previously told y'all, I would probably literally piss on Florida, man. Just back in it's all right. That's just how it is around here in Nebraska. Because obviously, since we can't beat Miami, we can go either in Florida, which is 1-1.
Fair enough.
I definitely feel confident going back home. And let's see if our quarterback Anthony can improve and lead the offense.
Awesome. Well, we have USC South Carolina up next, and South Carolina is trying to get a hold of USC right now. So let's get these picks in quick before they possibly play. We've got USC, who is 1-0 against Missouri in overtime, and this is South Carolina's first game. Coach Phantom, who are you taking in this game? It's in South Carolina. Or Coach Cole, whichever wants to go first. Or Nell.
I want to go USC.
USC, all right.
USC battle tested, man. A overtime win in week 0. You ready? You got to be ready for the season after that.
So true. So true. Coach Cole, who you feeling? Oh, shit.
Who's?
We got.
I'm doing something, Xander. You can move it.
No, you're good. USC, South Carolina. I'm going to go USC. We'll get Coach Cole's stuff here in a little bit. I think he's played a game. I've watched South Carolina play Coach Cole as an expedition game. It's a lot of deep routes, you know, a lot of like, what kind of exposure you on. So I think Coach Johnny's going to get it figured out for USC pretty quick. So hopefully Coach Johnny responds to South Carolina because I would love to see that game. Phantom, you still there? You taking USC or South Carolina? Sounds good. All right, we got Ohio State and Louisville. Let's go. I'm gonna make my selection pretty quick. I think Ohio State is going to sweep this. I don't know about you, Coach. No, but I think Ohio State's gonna bring the beat down to Louisville. What do you think?
I gotta go Ohio State, man. No, the number one nation it'd be hard to lose to Louisville.
Ooh.
With the stats Jeremiah Smith had last game with 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards, man, that's hard to stop. That shows that, you know, anytime he touches the football, he can go to the end zone. So
Yep.
that's something you have to game plan for. If not, you're going to get beat just off that. That's, you know,
So true.
You know, he responsible for, you know, 18 points alone.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. So we'll just keep this going between us. Let's go Florida State, BYU. BYU made a user quit, and Florida State put the beat down on the user last week. Who do you think going with here? Florida State, BYU in BYU.
Let's go BYU, man. Let's go BYU. Let's see if BYU can protect that Mormon Dome out there, man.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to take Florida State. He showed a severe dominance in week 0, and if he can continue that, Florida State, I think he's going to continue that dominance into week 1. I mean, he put up 50-something points week 0, so I think I'm going to go with him. We got LSU Clemson. I'm just voting this one because this is you, so I'm going to take you. I have not seen Clemson play yet. You guys are... So he's 1-0 off of a CPU game. So we'll see what happens there. Let's go to Oregon and Notre Dame. Coach, no, who are we taking? This is the game you wanted to see.
This is a must-see game right here, man. I think I want to go. Let's go Notre Dame. Notre Dame's secondary is ridiculous. It's something that you got to be ready for. You're not ready for that secondary. It's gonna be hard.
100%.
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna.
be hard. But Oregon, on the other side of that coin is Oregon and the receivers and that dynamic offense. Also, Oregon has a nice secondary as well. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how everything is going to turn out.
100%. I'm taking Notre Dame too. I mean, Notre Dame played a really good game against Ole Miss, so we'll see how the Oregon user does against Notre Dame and go from there. All right, Tonka's first week in the league playing a game. We taking Miami to continue the run, or we taking Tonka to open it up with Bama?
I'm gonna give it to Tonka.
All right. I think I'm as well going to give it to Tonka. I think he's not having some key pieces. I think he's still going to do pretty well, especially in the week 1 opener, which takes us to the Big 12. We've talked Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Virginia Tech already. Let's talk Penn State, Oklahoma State. Penn State put a beat down on Florida 35-10. And Oklahoma State lost to Florida State, I believe, if I remember correctly. Let me pull it up real quick. Yes, they did. Florida State beat Oklahoma State 56-21. So Penn State travels down to Oklahoma State. Who we got here, Coach?
Let's go Penn State.
I think it's Penn State all the way here. Penn State showed complete dominance against Florida, and Oklahoma State's walking into or bringing home a killer right off the bat. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Now we have a Brother Bowl, and as I've been told by Auburn, these two are brothers, Baylor and Auburn. So Baylor travels to Auburn to play. I believe Auburn is the older brother. So I'm thinking, Auburn's got a loss. He lost the tough one to Oklahoma last week, was up. I think he's going to take the beat down to his brother. I think I'm taking Auburn against Baylor.
I think I want to go Auburn Hill. The big brother dynamic. You know that too well.
I know that too way too well.
Pork chop, man. The older brother get the best of the younger brother a lot of the time. So I want to go with Auburn, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention Baylor and Lagway. Got some weapons over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
so
DJ
What's up, Coach Johnny?
DJ Lagway can be a very good. He can change the game over there.
Do we gotta live stream the game?
You do not have to if you are not the game of the week or playoffs. It's completely up to your choice if you would like to. But we're talking.
Okay.
We're just talking picks right now. You're actually in the Coach's Corner live stream in the Dynasty right now. But keep us informed how that game goes and everything.
All right, bet. Yeah, that's cool.
But
so this the USC user. We picked him versus.
We picked him against South Carolina. Everyone's picked you. It's a clean sweep across all four, actually. Coach Johnny, everyone picked you to beat USC or South Carolina this week.
That's a good idea.
All right, on to our next game, Coach Nell. We're gonna do Texas Tech, Kentucky. Who we taking?
Let's go Texas Tech. I don't know too much about those users, but Texas Tech versus Kentucky.
Well, Texas Tech came off a tough loss last week to Ohio State, 49-21. I think this is his bounce-back game, 100%. No questions asked. Whew. Which brings us to our next game, which I almost considered this being game of the week over Georgia, Indiana. Ole Miss at Texas. We saw Texas last week, what he can do defensively, and we know the rep of Ole Miss and Madden and stuff. So
who's Ole Miss?
It's Keandre. Do you remember Keandre from Madden and stuff? It's like
IKM4.
Yeah. So this game could go either way. It's in Texas. The Texas user's probably he's probably trying to figure everything out. I mean, that was his first online game. It was Ole Miss's first online game. I think I'm taking Texas here. Texas wins 24-21 in overtime.
Yeah, I'm going Texas, man. I think knowing Keandre, he always lose a game off something wild, and I think with this being his first online game, he could lose a game off of a missed
This is the second one. He lost last week
second one.
too. He lost last week to Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Keandre. I'm gonna give it to Ole Miss then.
Now, here is the big one. This is the one I'm going to need Phantom for since Coach Cole's not here. We have Game of the Week, Georgia, Indiana. Boys, who we taking?
Georgia.
Georgia. All right. I got Coach nailed down for Georgia. Indiana, okay. These guys have been talking crap with each other since June, so I think I'm going to go Georgia here just based on pure, what they have, what I've seen them play. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Georgia goes into Bloomington and gets a win. So we've talked all of these games. Let's go down to the SEC, which I think we have one more game to talk about. Excuse me. Nope, that's all the games. So we got all the games talked about. We have the people we picked, who we want to win. We have 2 votes for Georgia, 1 vote for Indiana. We've got Coach Johnny getting ready to play South Carolina, which should be a really good game. Let's talk top 25 real quick. Top 25 has not changed because of the week 0 stuff, so rankings will probably change next week going into week 2. Oregon will probably drop a little bit if they don't get a win this week. If they get 2 losses this week, it'll definitely drop. And if Texas loses this week or Ole Miss, someone's going to drop probably to at least 15. I think Tech's got to get a win here to stay in the top 15. Iowa's still ranked 18th at 0-1. That's the C.
I'll probably be going down.
Yeah, I mean, unless we get a Colorado user, it just kind of depends. If not, you'll get a CPU advance. So, all that fun stuff like that. But Coach Cole put in the stats. So let's go look at the season stats so far this year. So we got our passing
Florida
leader.
State's got 3 of them.
Jeez, actually. Let's look at
not everybody played a game, so
that's true.
Yeah.
We'll look at it right now where it stands. Our top passer for the league so far looks like Virginia Tech leads in the ACC right now, 281 by 1 passing yard compared to Notre Dame. In the Big 12, we've got Texas Tech with 357, and then Texas with 271. In the Big 10, we've got USC with 267, and then we've got Ohio State 225, Beck 220 or 212, and then even Iowa's got more passing yards than myself, Michigan. Oh my, that's tough to say. I might have to go jump off a bridge for that one. And then we've got SEC quarterbacks. Tennessee threw for 333 yards week 1. Byron Brown threw for 307 for Auburn. BYU threw, it's a CPU enforced. And then Ole Miss threw for 249. So some good stuff passing-wise. Let's look at rushing. Ole Miss had 128. Big 10 wise, we had Bo Jackson the 212. We had Jordan Marshall with 92. Some big rushes there. Big 12, we had Oklahoma with 109 rushing yards from their running back. And the ACC, led by Notre Dame, wow. Walton had 197 rushing yards with Miami with 146, and then Louisville with 108. So rushing around the league looks pretty good. Top receivers so far, we'll just mention A&M's got one with 100, that was CPU Sim. So technically the highest one would be Jeremiah Smith, 182 on 3 receptions. To me, that just screams go ball, go ball, go ball.
Yeah,
Okay.
Florida State led in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, and interceptions.
That is crazy. I should probably go to team stats. That'd make more sense.
Yeah, I put them in the Discord.
Perfect.
It's on their stat or whatever it's called.
Johnny, you playing?
Stat leaders.
Gotcha.
I'm not playing.
Total offense, we have Notre Dame that has led for
The dude
476.
kept hitting me up, but now he talking about he might have to go get his wife some food.
So far so good. So we're gonna end the segment here for episode 3. This is the week 0 recap and the week 1 preview. We will see you guys on the flip side. Good luck everyone this week.